Topping today's news, new laws coming for biometric identification to improve the electoral process. Also tabled in the House of Assembly today, the NHI Bill 2025 to improve catastrophic care, and the taxi cab union now falling under the Trade Union Congress. Jcn Evening News. I'm Junkanoo Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us. When Bahamians next go to the polls for the general elections, you will most likely be using biometric voters cards. Well, today, the legislation to make that happen was tabled in the House of Assembly. During a communication, the Minister of National Security, Wayne Munro, explained how the amendments came to be and their intent.
And these amendments were created in collaboration with Commissioner Thompson and his team, the Office of the Attorney General, and follows international standards and best practices which will improve the security and efficiency of the electoral process in the Bahamas. They affect the Parliamentary Elections Act 2020, fulfilling that legislation's promise to pave the way for introducing modern biometric identification for voting in the Bahamas.
Mr. Munro said the current electoral system is vulnerable to errors and inefficiencies. He said the government is following recommendations made by the Organization of American States that observed the 2021 elections. He noted that the Bahamas is not the first country to adopt the biometric system for electoral processes.
Biometric voter registration systems are already successfully in use in many countries across the world, including India, Ghana, Kenya, Brazil, and Estonia. Closer to home, our sister Caribbean nations such as Jamaica and St. Kitts and Nevis have also implemented elements of biometric verification in their voter registration or civil identification system with great success. These systems are widely recognized for enhancing security and increasing confidence in the integrity of electoral outcomes. The implementation of these changes is projected to occur over several months. This will encompass, Madam Speaker, public education, equipment rollout, staff training, and the legal activation of the new framework.
Again, according to Mr. Munro, Parliament will debate the new biometric bill when the House meets next week, July 30th. That'll be before members go to their summer break. While the National Health Insurance Act 2016 has provided some measures of improvement to the national healthcare system, the government does not believe the program is doing enough. As a result, the Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Michael Darville, laid on the table of the House of Assembly today the National Health Insurance Bill 2025 that will replace and repeal the National Insurance Act of 2016.
While the current NHI program has made strides in improving primary healthcare delivery to many of our people, they are still unable to access the health care that they need and truly deserve. This bill directly addresses the gaps by modernizing and strengthening the framework under which National Health Insurance Authority operates. This new NHI Bill 2025 lays the foundation for an expanded, equitable, and accountable healthcare system. In this bill, public and private clinics will be united through a common financing structure that rewards performance, quality, and engagement of patients across the country that all of us as healthcare providers are privileged to serve. This 2025 bill also foreshadows the introduction of a suite of services known as the Standard Health Benefit. This benefit will establish the minimum standard coverage for all insurance providers in the Bahamas, ensuring that all beneficiaries, regardless of their insurance status, are entitled to these benefits.
The services provided by the new bill include primary healthcare services, early detection and prevention of chronic non-communicable diseases, diagnostic imaging and labs, pediatric and maternal care, as well as screening programs for cancer and other specified conditions. Dr. Dowell said the new bill will also seek to help ease the financial burdens for healthcare services.
We recognize that many Bahamians are living with complex chronic conditions and need financial support. Let's not forget how COVID-19 pandemic, the natural disasters like Dorian has affected public health and our way of life. This bill is designed to help protect families from catastrophic health expenditures, to support healthier communities, and to drive down the high cost of health care in the country while focusing on prevention, health promotion, and wellness platforms.
Dr. Dowell said proper health care remains atop the agenda for the Davis administration, and the NHI 2025 bill is a critical step towards achieving universal health coverage. Over the past few days, there has developed a rift between the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture and the Junkanoo community. In particular, members of the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence, the JCNP, that has formally suspended all Junkanoo-related activities until further notice. This came after the government introduced proposed legislation for a new Junkanoo Authority to oversee all things Junkanoo in the country. The Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, Mario Boleg, he spoke to the media today about the matter as he was entering Parliament.
Well, I don't know why it's causing some uproar. This is a draft legislation that was shared with all Junkanoo corporations and associations throughout the length and breadth of the Bahamas, for them to make recommendations and give us feedback so we could finalize the legislation. And so that's why the bill was shared. The bill is also now shared for the public to review on the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture webpage, because we believe that the public needs to see and understand the importance of this bill and the rationale of why this bill will be coming forward. This bill in no way, form or fashion is to disband any Junkanoo corporation that exists in any family island. This is to work in collaboration with these corporations and associations for the greater good and betterment of Junkanoo.
Mr. Boleg noted that the new Junkanoo Authority will also hold full authority to increase its investment into Junkanoo groups, particularly in areas such as costume production and cash prizes.
Government has limited resources and funding to give to Junkanoo as it has, because funding is available for all ministries. The authority has the power to have much more money involved to create seed funding, to increase seed funding. Also, they have the opportunity to even increase prize money, because they have the ability to generate more funding than the government can itself. So if you read the bill, you will find out that the authority will be in a greater position to have more funding involved in the authority that will also help lift Junkanoo to the next level, and those who are in New Providence or other in the family islands can receive much more funding.
According to the minister, there is no definitive timeline for the implementation of the new Junkanoo Authority. The JCNP is expected, though, to meet with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture sometime this evening to discuss the issues and hopefully reach an agreement that would allow Junkanoo activities to resume. And finally, in this segment, while at the demolition exercise for the Levee building on Tuesday, the Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, Chester Cooper, was asked to address concerns about what seems to be an increase in visitors being injured in boating accidents, as was the case in the Exhumers 2 weeks ago and in Abaco on Sunday past. He was asked if there will be any policies put in place that can perhaps help prevent such incidents taking place.
We are advancing safe practices. We have formed a committee that deals with jet ski operators, a task force. Of course, this business is still regulated by the Ministry of Transport. Over the course of the last several months, there's been significant work done by Mr. Warren Johnson, who leads the security team at the Ministry of Tourism, working along with Commander Burnwright of the Port Department, who has ultimate responsibility for managing these issues. But we have engaged the police, defense, on all agencies of government to ensure a consolidated approach to the enhancement of the product, enhancement really of the services provided by jet skis in the first instance, but also boating generally. They have
Mr. Cooper noted that these incidents happen particularly during boating season, and when they do occur, the Ministry of Tourism goes into overdrive to support the victims and their families because safety is the ultimate priority.
Generally speaking, we find the Bahamas are generally a safe place to operate, a safe place to visit. We attract more than 11 million guests to our shores, and we regret when there's an incident impacting one of them. So one is too many, but when we attract 12 million, as we anticipate we will do this year, we hope and pray for the best for all of our guests as it relates to accidents, whether by air, road, or sea. And we are here to provide all of the support that we can as the Ministry of Tourism and the agencies of government.
Cooper said the government remains committed to prioritizing safety on its waters. To what extent alcohol consumption has played in these most recent boating accidents is unknown. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back following these commercials.